What's up, guys? Welcome back to Grexy's Garage. So today gonna be getting a lot of things buttoned up on this, throwing the radiator back in, fuel tank, fuel lines. Gonna be messing with the carb a little bit. Gonna put my exhaust back on because I had to take it off when I was modifying our leaf spring brackets. I had to do some modifications around the back side over here, and the exhaust was in the way, so gotta put that back up. And yeah, whatever else we get into today, I'm not sure. I know I need to get some fuel line to run it to the carb from the tank, switch over the sending units and all this. Not sure if I'm gonna use this stuff from the parts truck chassis, or I have another sending unit from this truck originally. I'm sure one of the two will work, if not both. So yeah, right now I'm just getting ready to bolt this exhaust back up. The tires make for great places to hold things. There we go. Couldn't quite get it in the hole there. Yeah, next up is finishing the EGR valve delete gaskets and block off plates. I think there's one right down there. And yeah, I think that there's two right here. We're gonna take this here carburetor off.
Carburetor?
Yeah, carburetor.
Carburetor?
Carburetor. Some bullshit. I got the ham out of the hoo-ha. What the? I'm gonna stick that right here.
Just for it to get lost.
It's on video. Oh no. So, I was wrong. The EGR valve deletes are down here. In the wheel well, you can see them a little better, but I'm gonna swap this main gasket on the carb and then delete the EGR valve stuff.
So basically this is how we're working on the truck now.
This is ridiculous. I need a fucking vacuum to get all this dirt out. Get out of my face. Back up a little bit.
It's not,
Back
it's not
up.
that close.
Dude, I can't sit like this. This is horrible.
Yeah, just dent that a little more.
Yeah, I can't sit on this. I need that screwdriver. Who put that down there?
Some jackass.
The jackass threw it down there. Alright, so I got the carb kit here. You want to throw this in? Oh yeah, I see it. Alright, so didn't know what I was talking about earlier. EGR block off plate location number 1 and number 2 over here. I also have my crossover pipe over there. I disconnected that, but I'm not sure how you block that off, so I have to figure that out. Also had a rust hole in the bottom of this. This was part of the crossover pipe where it went into, so I have to figure out what I'm doing with that. And yeah, I'm gonna put these plates in now. Look, completely clogged, and it's even clogged in there. Now my fucking hands are gonna block the whole camera. I got the plate and the gasket. Now I just need to, oh yeah, there it is. Alright, so we are taking the last part of the EGR valve assembly off the motor. From what I understand, I think this is some sort of air pump to control all the EGR valve stuff. I don't know. But we're unbolting it. It's in the way, and we don't need it anymore. Damn, I just realized I forgot to do my thermostat too before we put all the coolant in it. I gotta remember to do that. Where did I put my hammer? There she goes. So they're like, oh, I needed that. Don't do that. Watch this like actually be something I need. Alright, so we have to transfer these into the new tank, and all the heads look pretty stripped out, so I'm just going straight for the vice grips. Hopefully this works. Yeah, we're off to a good start so far. Alright, so I was able to get all my screws out. Damn. So we'll clean all the, I guess it's all the old gas on this off. Give the top a good cleaning and then just bolt it back up. Alright, so I got the fuel tank bolted up, the fuel gauge and sending unit and whatnot, and fueler neck all bolted back up so nothing gets in the new tank. But yeah, tomorrow I'm going to throw the radiator in, try and run the fuel lines, put the fan clutch in, and see if we can get this thing running off the fuel tank. Alright, so it's the next day. I was gonna start with the fuel lines and realized I don't really have everything I need to make it right. I was originally just gonna do just rubber line the whole way because the lines were rotted, but I want to do it right, so I ordered stainless steel brake line because most of the fuel line that runs up to the front from the tank is actually metal. There's a couple of soft lines for bends and whatnot, but yeah, I'm gonna do it right once the first time. So today I'm gonna throw the radiator in, put my fan back on, swap the brake booster over, put the windshield wiper motor on. The charcoal canister has to be swapped over. So yeah, I'm just gonna be doing little stuff till those parts come in, and we'll see what else we get into. Just got my studs installed for my fan clutch, Loctited them in. Kind of hard to do this with one hand and hold the camera. Let me see if I can prop this up. Alright, yeah, we'll get the angle one way or another. Oh man, I hope I don't have to pull the radiator back out when I weld the new steering box mount in. That'll be after all these other loose end shenanigans. We'll be getting the steering situated probably last. Today I just want to get hopefully the rest of the accessories for the most part on this while we wait for parts. I think I'll get my, if all goes well today, I'll get my power steering reservoir, and I think I have the bracket for the new pulley and pump bracket. Don't know how that's mounted yet. I know I have a bracket in there for it. Definitely don't have the right belt yet. I always forget what I ordered. I ordered these belts a long time ago. So alright, the fan's in, so I'm gonna get the radiator now. I'm gonna have to steal the bolts out of the parts truck since this cab originally didn't have radiator bolted to it. I wouldn't have the bolt. I'm sure I have spare bolts somewhere, but I'll just take the ones off the parts truck since I know they're the proper ones. Bolts acquired. Alright, so I got the top two bolts in. Gonna get these bottom ones in, and yeah, I guess I'll go grab the hoses after that. That's an installed radiator. Luckily, I bought these two hoses, which I needed this one. I also have 3 flexible hoses in case, you know, since I have a body lift. Definitely needed this one for sure, or else it would hit the fan with the flexible one. So I'm gonna loosen these clamps up, get the old hoses, what's left of them out, and swap them out. Alright, so I got the old what's left of the old hose off. Gonna probably reuse this clamp if it'll work. Doesn't seem very seized up or anything, so should be alright. Alright, so I got my top hose on. The bottom one's clamped onto the radiator, but I'm going to leave it off for now because when I go to fill this thing up with coolant, I want to flush what's left out of the system. So I guess I'll just stick the pipe over it for now, and then I just won't tighten it. Let's see, so now I guess I will start swapping over the brake booster, the wiper motor, and whatever else I can think of while I'm taking other stuff apart. Alright, so I'm just going to swap this windshield motor real quick, get it out of the way, plug a hole in the firewall. Alright, the windshield wiper motor's plugged in and bolted up now. All connected up, so that should be fine. Now I'm gonna work my way over to the brake booster, mount that up next. Big time. Got a new mic so y'all can hear me. Also got a new brake booster because wasn't gonna waste my time putting in you know, all new lines, and basically what I'm trying to say is I'm gonna redo the entire brake system instead of playing around and risking having bad parts. So I think all we need now is calipers, slave cylinders for the rear and shoes. Everything else should be brand new with the brake system, new master cylinder. So we'll put this in, and that'll probably wrap today's video up. I'm still waiting on some fuel lines. I ordered the wrong size. That'll be another video of wrapping everything else up, I hope, with the brake system and fuel system. For now, we'll just finish with the stuff we have. All right, so right now we're just gonna set this brake booster fork. This is where we need to be as far as the position. So we're going to set the new one to the original spec. You could do this by, just breathe right in the mic, that's great. You could do this by just counting the threads and you'll know you're in the same exact spot.
Comparing sizes.
Yeah, we're just comparing sizes, it's all, nothing to see here. Kind of hard to truly compare without a tape measure. That's probably what I should do, but it looks close. And so I painted my plate here because it was all rusty and don't want to look at that for God knows how many years. So I had to make my own gaskets because couldn't find these. Probably could have found them on an OEM Toyota website, but I had the material to make whatever you want to call this. The gasket maker used an X-Acto knife and cut the shape out. 4.5 and 4.5. Look at that. I put it on perfectly. Now we just need to make sure it's tight. Now I don't have my master cylinder bolted on very tight, just because I know I'm gonna have to take it off to bench bleed it.
Is it in yet?
Yeah, I just can't get these top nuts on. All right, so we got our brake booster mounted up. Got the EGR pump taken off the motor. I think in next video we should have everything to do the brake lines and fuel lines. I ordered the wrong fuel line, so I'm waiting on that. But other than that, I think after our brake lines and fuel lines, we're gonna need to start worrying about drive shafts next. So yeah, we're about to hit 500 subscribers, so I appreciate everybody watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, and yeah, it's gonna be a fun summer. I think we found our first event. It's not too far from here. It's April 20th in Windrock. They're having a live country concert at an ATV off-road park, so I think it'll be pretty cool to have this thing have its first debut or first trial run, whatever you want to call it. So I got to start getting out here and working a little harder, getting more done. But thanks for watching, guys. Peace.